Alright, so I did a lot of updates to my portfolio and my trigger's freaking throwing a fit. As soon as I started freaking trigger, quick, you get your butt over here right now. Get over here. Get over here. Alright. Alright. Sorry about that. Wasn't trying to annoy you guys. So the updates that I did to my sheet probably spent a few hundred hours doing them. So, yeah, it's not perfect, but I'd say uh, I am on probably maybe this version right here. Anyways, sounded like my freaking window was being opened. Um, so yeah, Intel Corporation, NASDAQ. All right. So here's some of my new functions to my worksheet. All right, so I can look up a company. I got a few that I'm watching. So if I go over here, this tells me what the company's actually worth if it loads. It'll take a minute. Okay, so the company is currently worth $26.93. And how I came to that number is by going over to their sheet and should be divided by 1. Yeah. All right. So what I did was I took the number, turned it into a formula. That formula I then turned into another formula, and uh, it's basically the free cash flow of a company. So that's their current free cash flow of the company. And then I projected that out for the whole entire like times 10, although it's kind of pointless to do that, but I did it times 10, which would be about 10 years, and I did it by each year. You can do it by quarters too, but it's probably better to do it by years. And then took that free cash flow and do a discounted cash flow method, which then I took the treasury bond, and I also have that listed here somewhere. So the treasury bond would be the TNX. And by the way, this is not like advice. I don't really know if this is 100% correct, but so I do believe that number right there, you divide it by 10, which gives you, whoops, which gives you 3.551. Then you divide that by 100, which gives you 3%, and then you plus 1, and then that gives you 103%. So then when you go over here to divide this by that, you got the number. And so instead of, if it's negative, I sort of discount it even further. That way, like when they're growing, they're actually growing instead of not growing at all, because they're going to be growing unless they go bankrupt. Um, which I highly doubt they're going to go bankrupt. It's a pretty stable company for the most part. Intel Corporation's pretty stable, so yeah, these should be pretty accurate. So if I go to Dow, this should say a number real quick. Yeah, 5560. So now if I look up another corporation, let's see here. Pepsi. What are you under? NASDAQ. I'm sorry, I don't have all these memorized. A lot of these have different uh, creators and stuff. Go to Pepsi. And it also tells you the corporation name and everything. Um, Now, I wouldn't recommend investing just solely based on the price. You want to keep an eye on like if you have Google Finance, this is pretty easy. So just watch the news and stuff and see the stock outperforms market despite losses on the day. Stock falls Friday and underperforms on the market. And then they're creating new generations of soda. Three dividend kings. So I'm taking that's probably a dividend king. Um, yeah, so you gotta watch that when you're buying the stuff. It'll tell you news and updates of what's been going on with the company. But if you were to buy it, depending on how much you want to discount it for, and there's different people want a different price for. So this would be if you discounted it for 20% to get a price of what you may want to pay. So, but this is what the company I do believe is actually worth at the moment. So, like, I would not pay any more or less, or any more or less than, or any more than this price. Let's put it like that. I wouldn't pay any more than this price if I was to buy into the company. So, like, let me see if I can find a company that might not be doing too well or be doing a lot better than it actually I am. Apple maybe, maybe Apple. Trigger. What's up with you and licking my fingers? Here, everybody does Apple for some reason. All right, so that's not doing better either, but there's a reason for that because it's overvalued right now apparently. So yeah, it's gonna be a slight bit above the average. What I got the number. Let me see if I can find a company that's doing better than what it says. There might be a company on here. Let's see here. Maybe Netflix. Let's try Netflix. There might not be any company that's. It's hard to say. It might be. Okay, there we go. So it does actually work. As you can see, it's just hard to find a company that's undervalued, but it even tells you it's undervalued. So this is a company that you could probably invest into. Let's actually see what's going on in the company. Biggest Wall Street calls. So this stock, I do feel like it might end up going down due to the fact that they're thinking about making it so that way you can't log into your account on other devices and stuff or something like that. So yeah, this might end up going down and not up, but if they leave it alone, it might still go up. And due to the fact of the pandemic, it has been going up like crazy. So if you actually look at the since inception rate, and that's where I get my growth, by the way. So this is the growth right there for the year. I don't give that to the power because if I did, if I like squared it every single time, it would grow like ridiculously. Like it'd be an ridiculous amount of growth within 10 years or whatever. but I'm trying to get within a year, like the average price of what it's worth within the year. So, this is the growth since inception, though, and I got that by going over here, and I, uh, I think Google goes all the way back to 1970, so you can get it to say all the way back to 1970. Then go over to here, and I just pulled up the numbers that uh, here's that. And I don't know what this is actually. AK2. Oh, that must have been the start of the company. Yeah. So it closed on $1.2. Let me put that as a dollar so I know. And then this is years. And then this is percentage. All right, well, that's pretty much everything. This is like a really dynamic chart, though. Really, really dynamic. I mean, I put a lot of effort into this. Like, I can actually buy and sell stocks, and it keeps track of each one individually. So, like, if I decided I wanted to sell one of my KYLD stocks for, how many do I have of those? I got three. If I wanted to sell 1.5, for example, and I bought them for 16.19, so like let's say I sold them for $17. Whoops, I didn't buy. I bought them. My bad. I'm outsold. My bad. I had to fix that. So now I have a total share of 2, and it updates all the way on here. Keeps track of it on here. So this is QYLD right there. As you can see, 2. So yeah, it's a lot of effort and work into going into all this. It also keeps track of when you bought and sold the item and stuff, but it also keeps track of the total amount you have invested and the profit you made off of it, etc., etc. Like if you go to sell it back, how much you made off of that for buying it and stuff like that. But yeah, this is basically uh, everything. Here's a 15-year candlestick chart. This is the win loss, which keeps track of stuff. I also have a weighted beta, which or volatility, which is my beta. So this is the average volatility of my whole entire chart, and then I took by doing that, I did a weighted beta, I do believe. Yeah. Okay. So I got all the weights from my stocks, which stocks I have more invested into than other stocks, and that should total this. Oops, this should total 100. Yeah. So that totals 100, and this should total 100 too, if I do recall correctly. Okay, no, it doesn't. I wonder why. Maybe it's not supposed to. But it's probably bugged. Hmm. All right, well, I have no idea. That's probably a bug. I have no idea. But I don't think it's supposed to actually equal 100 anyways, because this is the beta, and that's basically your volatility. So that's going to be like, this is 130 something percent. So the average would be 100% beta, 131%. So like if the market moves up by 31%, or if the market moves up by 1%, whatever, then it moves up by that amount. Hard to explain. You gotta look that up. But yeah, but if it moves down by, or moves down, then it moves down by that amount too. So like if it's really volatile, then it can go up or down. If the market's crashing, then it goes down by that. But yeah. Um let's see here. So I'm only keeping track now of my current stocks. I also have a cryptocurrency which I imported stuff from a website, and then that gives me the price updated 24/7. So I only invested a little bit of money into it. I think I made about $4 off of that. Let's see here. I got dividends. I imported that. And then what else? I got the market cap, which I added that because well, actually I had it the whole time, but I put it into my whoops, that was me like jotting down some information that's not really that important. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff into this that I was messing around with math and stuff. But this is basically important information from other sources of files and stuff. So right there's the market cap and the shares and stuff, which I should be able to. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping over here. Yeah, for some odd reason, this should be a dollar. There. And then this should be a number. There. Get rid of that. Oops. There. But yeah, so that's basically everything. I worked pretty hard on this. Let me see if I can show you guys one other stock. Also, I have some more information about the stocks and stuff, like how much is being sold throughout the history of the stock being opened on the market. But yeah, let's see here. Let's do AMD. NASDAQ. I don't think I did AMD yet. Well, I did earlier, but I didn't did it on this video, I don't think. Did Apple. AMD. Advanced Micro Devices. So, there you go. I think it's pretty accurate uh, for what it's doing. It's going down right now, so it's pretty accurate. I wouldn't say it's 100% accurate. There's no way you can actually predict the market, but for the most part, this says it's gonna be worth like $69 and something cents. That's what its current value is worth. But it goes up and down based on how the market's doing. So if the market starts doing really good for it, it might start going up. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.